Today's first sighting takes us to Santa Monica, California, on January 7, 2025, where an unusual triangular object was briefly spotted hovering amidst the smoke from a wildfire that was ravaging the area. Witnesses described the craft as dark with visible lights at the front. While some might initially suspect it was a plane, this theory was quickly dismissed due to the object's nearly motionless state throughout the brief footage. Given the object's apparent size and distance from the witness that recorded the video, the possibility of it being a drone was also ruled out. In fact, it's speculated that the object could have been at least the size of a light aircraft. The witness, who managed to capture only a few seconds of the sighting, reported that the object vanished into the dense smoke, just as mysteriously as it appeared. What makes this case even more intriguing is the presence of two additional witnesses who also struggled to identify what was hovering amidst the clouds. To date, no other sightings of a similar object have been reported in the Santa Monica area. With only a few seconds of footage and no corroborating sightings, it's still uncertain if the mysterious object was a military craft, an advanced drone, or truly something out of this world. In October 2017, an intriguing post surfaced on Facebook, showcasing a daytime photograph of a UFO in the Mojave Desert, accompanied by a hovering helicopter. The poster, Keith Bradshaw, explained the image was taken a decade earlier, during a radar test at China Lake, California. He admitted to hesitating for years before finally sharing the images, knowing they had been captured illegally. Philip Mantle, a prominent UFO researcher, discovered the post and contacted Bradshaw for more information. Though the original post was deleted shortly afterward, Bradshaw responded, revealing 4 additional photos and a detailed account of his experience. According to him, the silver disc was observed wobbling close to the ground, stabilizing briefly, and performing unusual maneuvers. Bradshaw also shared rumors from those working on the radar range, claiming the disc was smooth, seamless, and mirrored, with molded seats and fiber optic cables inside. He also described a hole in the top, which appeared jagged, as if forcibly cut. Bradshaw admitted he didn't witness the interior himself and relied on second-hand accounts. Experts worldwide analyzed the images, yielding conflicting conclusions. Jason Gleaves found them compelling, but warned that modern editing tools make authenticity hard to verify. Dr. Bruce Maccabee expressed uncertainty, stating there wasn't enough evidence to dismiss or confirm the UFO was merely a drone. Tobias Lindgren initially deemed it a likely hoax, citing the possibility of a small model or edited imagery, but later conceded it could match the military test description. Despite extensive analysis, no definitive explanation has ever been found for the mysterious silver object hovering in the skies over California. The next sighting takes us to early January 2025, when a series of unusual lights were recorded in the skies above northeast Utah's Uinta Basin. These nightly sightings began on January 4th and continued through January 7th. The recordings come from security cameras on a rural property surrounded by wilderness, much of which is inaccessible during winter. The lights, described as large and slow-moving, have baffled the family observing them. On January 7th, they ventured to the main road for a closer look. Though hindered by a bright moon, they estimated the lights were originating approximately 45 miles away in the mountains. According to the family, longtime stargazers accustomed to spotting UFOs, these lights are unlike anything they've ever seen. Before posting the footage online, they ruled out common explanations. The lights couldn't be insects or other animals, since the lights move behind trees, confirming they're distant and lack the movement patterns of birds or bats. Additionally, given the cold temperatures, insect activity is very unlikely. Planes and helicopters were also dismissed. Planes on nearby routes displayed familiar patterns, while helicopters, rare in the area, would have been audible. Chinese lanterns aren't a possibility as well, since they are illegal in Utah and impractical given the cold, remote conditions. The lights' varying sizes and erratic movements also don't match lantern behavior. Though starling flares were also initially considered, the light's erratic paths and differing intensities don't align with the predictable linear movement of starling satellites. Over multiple nights, dozens of lights were observed rising into the sky dispersing and disappearing over the course of hours. Despite capturing these events on video, the phenomenon remains unexplained. On the very same day, an orange orb was spotted streaking through the skies of Hebei, China. Captured in a brief 15-second video, the object appeared to move at the speed of a drone, but lacked the distinctive blinking lights typical of drones. Instead, it glowed as brightly as a flare. Though the object didn't display any irregular maneuvers, its peculiar appearance raises questions about its origins. While it could be a man-made object, this explanation remains unconfirmed. Additionally, in the original Reddit post accompanying this video, other witnesses reported seeing similar objects. One such sighting occurred in 1998, and another in Canada during the early 2000s, well before drones became a common presence in cities. In both reports, the alleged UFO hovered briefly before accelerating at an incredible speeds. However, it's unclear how the orb seen in China disappears, as the video abruptly cuts as soon as it moves behind a building. As of now, the video's author has not provided any follow-up details, and the true nature of the flying object remains unknown. On December 31, 2024, a metallic ring-shaped object weighing around 1,000 pounds and measuring approximately 8 feet in diameter crashed in Mukuku, a village in southern Kenya. Witnesses described the ring as red and hot upon impact. Joseph Mutua, a local resident, reported hearing a deafening bang while tending to his cow. It sounded like a bomb. If it had fallen on someone's property, the disaster would have been massive, he said. The Kenya Space Agency secured the site the following day and removed the object. Speculation about its origin quickly emerged. Some suggested it could be part of a booster rocket seal or a satellite platform, while others proposed it might be an excavator pivot ring or an aircraft intake seal. Unsurprisingly, the possibility of the object being part of a UFO was also raised. Although the Kenya Space Agency later identified it as space debris, skepticism persists, with some villagers convinced it could be alien technology. Currently, the origin of the metallic ring remains a topic of intrigue, with some accepting the official explanation of space debris, while others continue to entertain the possibility of an extraterrestrial connection. But the next sighting takes us high above the clouds. On December 16, 2024, during a routine flight from Chicago to Newark, Reddit user Easily Amused recorded a series of strange occurrences above the clouds. 20 minutes into the flight, he noticed peculiar lights hovering miles apart, each moving in its own distinctive pattern. These lights appeared as a glowing orb, surrounded by a faint circular light ring. Moments later, another similar orb was captured, this time much higher in the sky. However, the final clip drew the most attention, a triangular-shaped object with an irregular blinking pattern and unusual altitude, leading many to question if it could truly be an ordinary aircraft. Shared on Reddit the following day, the footage quickly went viral, earning over 16,000 upvotes and 2,500 comments. Despite the collective efforts of online users, the true nature of these flying objects remains unknown, leaving enthusiasts and skeptics still debating its origins.